Hey there, Mac here. We're going to go over this Fusion post. This is the Fusion-OSP multi-lathe post. Multi-lathe, what does that mean? Well, it's multiple lathes. It's really supposed to be all the lathes that Akuma has, minus a few. We'll go over those. But if you think L300, MY, sure, it can do that machine. LB3000 MYW, it can work with that machine. Your LB45 with just basic turning on it and a steady rest and a tailstock, that it can work with those items too. The way that you decide which machine you're working with is through the properties function. So down here you see type M, type Y, and type W. If you know Akuma's terminology, an MYW machine will have milling, Y-axis, and a subspindle. Each one of those letters in the name of the machine indicates what type of properties it has. So a quick look at your machine and you can tell what you're going to need to set for your post. If it's an MY machine, meaning it has live tooling and Y-axis, but it has maybe a tow-along tailstock or a programmable tailstock, it'll just be a type MY. There won't be a W. So you'll simply go in and click your properties and set it for MY. The post should work for that machine. And what's this type TD down here? TD is for the Multis machines, the VTM YBs, the machines that have tool changers in them. These machines have typically had a harder time with posts, and this is really what this post is built around with, is the idea that we're going to support the Multis machines. The fallback to these is the Multis machine is really just a lathe that has a kind of a special tool changer with it and a few other fine features that are unique to the Multis. But in the background, it really is just a basic Akuma lathe post. So this will work with the P300s and P500 machines. That's another important caveat. P200, P100, E100, your old 5020 controls, unfortunately cannot be supported by this. This is because this post uses some newer functionality, the G270, G271, and G272, which was only available on the P300 and later lathe machines. Also, it should be noted that there's two other issues that we cannot support. One is the multi-turrets. Fusion does not have the ability to support multi-turret lathes. If you have an LU or an LT, you'd only be able to program one turret at a time with Fusion. And you can use this post to do that, but it's not really designed to work that way. And that's really where you want to start looking at something like PartMaker or Mastercam, something that supports multiple turrets. The other thing that currently isn't being supported by this post, it might change in the future, but if you're on a Multis machine and you have NCB, meaning that you can program the B-axis to move in a 5-axis fashion, right? Live 5-axis where the B is actively positioning. That won't work on this post. Unfortunately, right now it's a positional only post. You can do 4+1 where the C-axis is rotating while it's doing XYZ machining. You can do XYZ C moves, but unfortunately right now this post does not support B-axis positioning type moves.